Okay, part 2.
Looks like we had a little bit of technical difficulty.
We did have some technical difficulty. Welcome, y'all. My amazing phone went dead. I know everybody that knows me understands that that's kind of the way I roll. My kids bought me a battery pack for the back of it, and it is on there, but maybe I have to push a button or something, I don't know. Anyways, so here we are. We're on a cord, but we will continue to bring the pan over to show it to you. Okay? Can you bring that over to them and show them the...
Let me fold my towel so I don't burn myself.
Yeah, so you can catch it on fire.
Okay. So we have the fond in the bottom of the pan, and we have added the first of the vegetables.
Oh my gosh, that smells so good.
And we're putting the carrots in first before the onion, and the pepper, because they take longer to cook.
They take longer.
So we drained some of the fat, but we left maybe 4 tablespoons because we're going to brown it in that fat, because that fat has flavor. Okay?
Got it.
Thank you.
And that's another tip that you can remember when you're making recipes. I think a lot of
There.
Okay.
Now you can hear the sizzle.
Yes. Another tip for when you're cooking out of a book. If they say to add the mirepoix, which is celery, carrot, onion.
Right.
It says to put all those things in together.
Yes.
Don't do it.
Oh, okay.
Carrots take longer to cook than onion. Or celery and onion, you can add the celery and carrot together.
Right.
But I don't ever add the onion until a couple minutes in. Otherwise, none of it gets cooked evenly.
That is, you know, how many of y'all have like recipes that say brown your garlic is the very first thing they tell you to do?
Right.
But that's the most tender thing of all the things we're putting in there.
Yeah, you're going to see that the onion's not going to go in there. I mean, the garlic, like you're talking about, is not going to go in there until the end of the cooking cycle of the onion.
Wow. Very cool. That is totally backwards than what we're seeing. Yep, that's the one.
Josh, let me see that pan one more time.
Okay. And we are going to go ahead and add the pepper now, because all we're looking for is for them to turn more of a, not brown, but more of a pale orange than that bright translucent orange that they are when they're raw. So just knock that initial color off. So the next thing we're going to add is the green peppers that we cut up. Okay.
What if they have jalapenos?
Be careful. This cannot be substituted one for jalapeno. Okay. You could, if you wanted a spicier profile in this, you could switch. I would switch this to a poblano pepper before I would switch it to a jalapeno pepper.
Right. Can you give us we're going to be doing some 5-10 minute scope on these individual things. Like,
that would be cool.
Yeah, we'll do those. We'll do a whole bunch of those.
And whatever you add, you don't want to add the next thing when you're making soups and sauce until the pan comes back up to the high temperature.
Because when you put that stuff in there, it's cold.
Right.
And then it brings everything down.
It brings it down, and then you don't hear the sizzle, and then the transaction or the change is not happening the way it should. So you want to wait for it to, see how it's coming back up? You can hear this coming back up.
You'll give us some hearts for that tip.
Yeah.
Yes. Periscope needs a smell-o-vision, Lonnie says.
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all, this is really, really important when you're cooking. And as y'all keep asking me, like, for the tricks of what I do, that's one of the things that I absolutely do. I'm very careful about the heat and the vegetables and how cold things are when they go in.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
Okay.
And the carrots have kept their color really nice.
Right.
It's really true.
So all this on the side, you can take this. We're going to deglaze this. But all this brown stuff that's on the side that chili created, we're gonna scrape off into and get it back
That's why you
in.
have a metal on metal device,
Yes, metal on the.
not a spatula.
Okay. So now we're gonna go with the onion.
And this seems like it's taking a long time, but we're doing a lot of talking.
Right.
So,
And remember that this is a high yield recipe that's going to make a lot of food. This is going to feed your family for, it could feed a party, but it's easily doubled. So it could, if you double this recipe that we're going to put in the comment,
right,
it feeds between 25 and 35 people.
if you double it.
If you double
Okay, so when you put it in the freezer while this is cooking, let me ask you, when you put it in the freezer, do you use the freezer Ziploc bags, or do you do like a ball jar? What's your favorite for putting things in the freezer?
I normally use the, like these.
For the freezer?
Yes. Yeah, just make sure that you don't fill it all the way up.
Yeah, I've done
Yeah.
that before. Yeah. Yes, I have. With my juice.
Yeah.
I have green juice all over my.
Can all the chopping be done a few days ahead of time and still be
A
fresh enough?
couple of days, yes. But you don't want to. You could definitely get it done the night before the big game.
Right.
You could definitely get it done 2 days before the big game. But
Okay, so like 2 days before, then stick it in a little Pyrex.
Sure,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay, now the next question I bet somebody's got is, do I need to make this the day of, or is it true that doing it the day before and then you get better flavor?
Yes,
If you
great
let it
question.
sit in the refrigerator.
A couple of things that really build flavor overnight. Garlic coat. The garlic that you taste now is going to be different the next day. Better.
Okay.
It will melt. Everything will become one overnight.
So it's only going to get better.
Yeah,
Right.
this will only get better.
Right. And also for soup.
Right.
Again, when I make soup, I make it the day before. Andres is always trying to get in there and eat it before she's supposed to, but sometimes I give her a little bowl. I'm so nice.
Okay, so a lot of chili recipes add the chili powder at the end. This is wrong.
I love you.
This is a dead spice that needs to be reconstituted. Okay? Reconstituted.
Need
So
to come alive again.
yes.
Okay.
So we have oil. We have all the vegetable oils that have released because we have them hot.
Right.
So we're going to reconstitute this,
And it'll go into all of those
Yeah,
oils.
yes.
Wow.
and it
so
will
yellow.
actually start to caramelize and burn on the bottom of the pan, and that's what we want.
We want that. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it smells so good,
So
y'all.
we're literally gonna roast this. We're gonna roast this chili powder in the bottom of the pan with the vegetables.
Do it.
Do it. Okay, jump in the middle.
Okay, you're holding that spoon, but I just touched it. It's hot. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, you're such
Well-
a strong guy because I'm a wimp. That was burning my hand. That's why I use my very special suede pot holder
Right.
that I love. Okay, look at the color. Oh, that looks, oh my gosh, y'all, this smells so good.
Okay. And
All right.
now we are going to let that cook for a second. We're gonna add some salt.
Don't
The
be
kosher
afraid of the
salt,
salt.
right.
Don't be afraid of the salt.
And we're gonna get a garlic ready.
Remember, the salt is for a lot. I mean, you're talking about a lot of bowls. It's not
And
just
if you
one
were in
bowl.
here, you would get amazing smells right now.
Yeah,
As
it's
we just added the chili powder and
My mouth is watering.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing. Do you want to drink of water?
yes, please. Yeah.
Here, I'll stir while you.
Oh.
Yeah.
While you have a drink of water.
Use a towel.
Look, Mona. Okay, see this stuff that he's talking about in here?
Yeah.
See that kind of doing that over there? Right there? That's what makes it, that just brings in tons and tons of flavor. So you got it. Now, I know that you guys have little ones, but for this part, you want to, like, be focused.
And while I'm gonna,
Oh, gosh, that
I'm gonna
smells
come
awesome.
in
What are you adding?
2 tablespoons of ground cumin.
Okay, you call it cumin?
Yep.
Am I saying it right? Okay, I'm such a Frenchman.
And it just added more smell.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, that makes it smell like chili, right?
Yeah. You want to let me stir this, Mona?
Yeah, because I'm not getting my little fruit cause or whatever they are.
And now I'm going to go ahead and add the chopped garlic.
Getting out my home. These are the best, y'all. Right here.
Mona gives me all kind of crap for using a rag.
I'm
all the
always
time.
telling them it's dangerous. Were y'all thinking that too? We're all moms. We're like, oh, he's got a towel by the fire. But this, I feel like I'm a chuck wagon. I'm a girl from like, you know,
so we
covered
just
wagon.
we added the garlic, but the vegetables are 3/4 of the way cooked.
Yeah. Well, that looks good. I'm going to eat it right there.
This right here is a transferable thing to remember in all recipes. Add the garlic when the vegetables are 3/4 of the way cooked.
Beautiful. That is tweetable. We should probably tweet that. Okay, you're loving that brown stuff because you're going to deglaze that pan.
Right, with red wine.
Yes, and you're not going to deglaze it with the meat in it, right?
Right. The meat's not going to go back in it until we're going to simmer it.
Yep. And one of the reasons for that is that it takes all the flavor out of the meat. I've done that often with chicken. Like when I make my soup, I get it all done and then I take the meat out and I don't put the meat back in until the very end.
So now I'm going to add dill.
Wow. I know we're not talking, oh my gosh. That is going to be amazing. I can smell it. We're not talking amounts, but that's like...
And aromatics go in right before you deglaze. Otherwise, they lose all potency. So all I'm going to do is just add the dill like 30 seconds before on high heat before I deglaze the pan. And then the dill will add to the reduction of the deglazing of the wine.
Wow. Yes, that makes total sense. Okay, you need to talk about the different kinds of wine. And if they don't want to use alcohol, what do they do?
Then you could use broth.
Broth. And that would be
beef broth.
Beef broth. Had you ever mixed beef broth with chicken?
Or you could do half red wine vinegar and half beef broth.
Oh, yes! Yeah, I've done too much vinegar.
But remember that the alcohol is going to cook out.
Keep watching. That's a lot. How much is that? I know we're not talking amounts, but that would seem like a lot. A cup.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that smells so good. Oh. I think we're going to eat this. Aren't we? I already ate. I'm not going to do that again. I don't like the periscope on the end. There's tons of flavor in that little brown stuff. And so when you use a nonstick pan, you kind of miss this.
Right. You will not get the same result. Now, I've cooked everything on high. Now is the first time that we're going to adjust the burner.
Okay.
We're going to turn it down.
Rachel, will you get a shot of how low what the flame looks like? Because for me,
it's like medium low, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a visual learner. I love to learn. I'm so glad you came in to do this.
Yeah.
Spend your Saturday with me. And
it smells amazing, y'all.
Oh man.
We don't need to do anything else. We just smell that wine.
Really, you could take that with vegetables and put it over spaghetti squash.
Totally.
Bam. Totally done.
Well, you need the tomato product.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So here comes the tomato paste. Okay. Tons of flavor in this. This is one of the easiest ways to bulk up. If you're ever wondering if, my marinara doesn't have any body, even if you were to add this to something canned, it makes it better. Okay?
Oh. I just want to get in here. Here he comes.
Stir that in there.
Do it.
I need my special.
You need your handles.
I need my handles.
It's hot.
Well.
It's good.
Oh my gosh, it smells delish.
Okay,
I feel like a chuck wagon.
Yeah, this
What are you putting in?
Really keep stirring.
we're going to add the fire roasted diced tomato.
Fire roasted diced tomato.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if you have kids that don't like tomatoes? Can we puree this before
Honestly,
we put them in?
they're not even going to notice that they're in there because they're going to cook down.
Oh, they will. Okay.
They're
Good
diced.
now. Yeah.
Need to be diced.
Yeah, wait a minute. You can tell that it's me stirring and not Josh because I'm not as strong as he is. It's like these little wimpy turns.
And now,
Oh,
the next thing is another one of the secret ingredients.
oh yes.
Dijon mustard.
That is crazy funny. Again, that's
Okay.
a lot.
Yep.
Just randomly, how much is that?
That's 2 ounces.
2 ounces?
Yep.
Oh, okay. What is that in like real food, in real time?
Half a cup.
Half a cup?
No.
No?
Quarter.
Quarter cup? Again, we will have this recipe on the website
8
on Monday.
ounces in a cup. That's the important thing to remember.
Look.
But look at that. Wow.
I'm a writer. I'm not an engineer.
And now
Oh my gosh.
it's ready for
It's
meat.
so thick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you going to add water to it?
You'll see.
I'll see.
Okay.
Learn. Watch and learn, Mona. Watch and learn. Why are you worried about that amount of fat going in there? I would think that would have a ton of flavor.
Because I don't want that flavor.
Okay, that's not a flavor.
I left. Remember I left like we might have went down during the scope, but I did leave like about
Half
2
cup.
ounces, 2 or 3 ounces of fat, and I sauteed the vegetables in that.
Oh, I see.
See
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. Gotcha.
Okay. Got
And
it.
see, Mona, you're worried about it not being thick, but this meat is not cooked. It looks like it, but it's just barely done. And it will continue to throw fat and add to it. So if I add that, it's too much.
Oh, okay.
Does that
Very
make
good.
sense? Because
Yes,
I'm going to
it
simmer
does.
this for 30 minutes.
Wow, which we are not going to
Gonna
do on the
show,
scope.
don't worry.
Yeah. But we are going to eat it. We are going to wait. Oh my gosh, that looks yummy.
And now I can turn it up.
Okay, so this is where it would go for 30 minutes.
Yes.
And then why don't you show
Yes.
where the beans would go?
Okay. The beans go in whenever it's totally done. We're about to add beef broth, about 2 cups. We're going to simmer it for 30 minutes.
Come on here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I want to be in the mix of it.
Yes. We're going to add the beef broth. We're going to simmer it for 30 minutes. Then we're going to taste it. We're going to add the acid. We're going to juice both these lemons into it. We're going to add the beans at the very end and only stir it once or twice. Otherwise, these beans break up.
Oh,
And you
that
don't want
happened.
that.
They get mushy. Again, the texture gets
Yeah.
messed up.
And we're going to add the cilantro at the very end to add chopped cilantro to add bright flavor with the lemon juice. So that's going to make, the whole thing's heavy right now, and that's going to lighten it up.
Wow. And
Thank
then
you
I
so
see sour cream over there.
Yes.
That's for
The
later.
sour cream and the avocado is going to be the garnish on top.
Show them the
They'll
new
be
sour
cold.
cream container.
Yes. This is the new, my wife loves this thing. I'm not really sure why. But
No
she,
germs.
But she thinks
No
this is
spoons.
the best thing ever.
Just a squirt.
Yeah.
We're getting hearts. Somebody's
Yes,
getting hearts.
everybody knows because your kids do, and then you open it up, and it has things
Water.
growing on it, and there's no
Yeah.
reason at all. They're
It's
like,
complete
"It wasn't me."
airtight. It's like a toothpaste.
Yeah,
It's great.
This is cool. Very cool.
Well, we are going to enjoy this chili, and just remember that you can make it for the big game, and you will be the star because it will taste amazing.
Yeah.
And it will be probably the best chili you ever made. So thank you so much for having me on, Ms.
Thank you
Mona.
so much for coming.
Yeah.
You're going to teach us all kinds of good stuff.
Okay.
Y'all, Josh is going to be around for a while teaching us. And
Right.
like I said, you can go to balancemomlife.com and get all the recipe ingredients and stuff. And we will be doing more of this,
Right.
just like we will be doing more of our mom talk during the day, which will not include Josh because he's
Right.
not a mom, where you and I will talk about the things that have to do with motherhood and marriage and parenting and being a woman and studying the Bible and hearing from God and finding your calling so you can live your story. So click on that little Perry dude and follow me on Periscope, and you'll be notified when I'm going to do it again. we're kind of experimenting with different times and different avenues to bring you what you need, because I want you to be the kind of mom, wife, and woman that God created you to be, because we're going to restore that to the original intent. So thanks a lot for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Bye.